Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your horoscope for the time of Sun in Capricorn. That is December 21st through January 20th, 2015 by Gaia Blooming. And I'm going to run a few dates before I tell you all about your 8th house transit that you are going through this month. So, on December 21st, we have the Sun and the Moon going into Capricorn, bringing on a new moon in Capricorn, as well as the solstice in Capricorn. And we also have Uranus going direct in Aries on December 21st. We have Saturn moving into Sagittarius, your opposite sign, on December 23rd. We have Venus moving into Aquarius on January 3rd. Mercury, your ruler, moving into Aquarius on January 4th. A full moon in Cancer on January 4th, Mars in Pisces on January 12th, and I do want to mention, Gemini, that Mercury will be in its shadow period starting January 5th. So we're not going to have Mercury retrograde during the Sun in Capricorn, but we are going to go into that shadow period, and so we know that gets a little wonky. So, Gemini, this month you are working on your 8th house. And the 8th house is the house of power and boundaries, transformation, sexuality. And it is usually a time where we get into the darkest, deepest depths of ourselves and try to make peace with them, letting go of what needs to be let go of and bringing forward what needs to be brought forward to better step into our power. And I think Capricorn is the sign that represents our structure, our purpose. And so this takes us into the roots, like the cellar of our structure, where we can hide skeletons or things that we don't want to be seen. And it's time, Gemini, to shine a light on those things and not hold them back anymore. Anything that you hide, anything that you put in there, it's like it blocks the chi. You don't want to do that. You don't want those things collecting cobwebs in your cellar. You want it clear and open so that, the energy, the chi, can come through. And so, I usually get into the cards later, but I'm actually going to pull this up now. I'm pulling an Osho card for everybody this month, and I pulled you Morality, Gemini, and this card talks about how sometimes our morals, while morals are wonderful things to have, how sometimes they can lock us into place and drain us of our juices. And this card, in this, deck, Osho urges you to go beyond the thoughts of good or bad that permeate our being. And I think this is so the essence of the 8th house and getting into the darkness. We have so much judgment about what we think is bad. And we judge ourselves so much, and we hide it away, we collect shame for it. And, there's a Rumi poem that I love that says, out beyond the field of right doing and wrong, or out beyond the ideas of right doing and wrongdoing, there's a field, and I will meet you there. And this is the essence that we need to work with this month, Gemini, getting beyond those judgments that hold us in place, that keep us stagnant, and from really stepping into our power, and therefore our purpose. These things that block our structure, that block, the chi from moving through. So, time to transform ourselves, move beyond this, go into those. Where did that idea that is bad or good come from? Some things that we believe are good really aren't wonderful for our process, and some things that we think that are bad or shameful are really wonderful for us. And yet there's another quote that I've heard that says something along the lines of, if we all got together and shared what we are ashamed of, the badness that we carry, the darkness that we carry, it would be a pretty boring conversation because we're not all that different. So it's time to let go of those things, shake it up, allow the transformation. And I do want to mention, Gemini, Saturn is moving into Sagittarius, your opposite sign. And so we are going to get great reflections over the next 2.5 years, 3 years of, ourselves and our darkness and our light and all of that in others. So be watching those reflections. If you see something you don't like or that you judge as bad, be like, oh, do I got that skeleton hanging out somewhere in there? I might just have it. And again, don't do the judgment thing. Don't do the good or bad thing. Just let it transform you so that you can greater step up into who you are. I also want to mention this month, Geminis, you should always be aware of your nervous system. I'm a Gemini rising, and our nervous system can definitely get tricked with Uranus going direct, Mercury into Aquarius, and then the shadow period, our nervous system might be a little wonk. So whatever you do for your nervous system might be a good time to start putting those actions into place and getting grounded. You know, as you do that lower chakra, root chakra work, get grounded within yourself. So that is it for you this month. Namaste.